Well, CNY residents are growing concerned about the possible environmental impacts the Ohio derailment may have in central New York. CitrusTV News reporter Adam Campos is here to break down the latest info coming out of East Palestine. Adam?
Yeah, Nicole, that's right. Residents here are mainly worried about some of the toxins coming over from the derailment through the wind. To ease some of those concerns, the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation released a statement a few days ago saying, quote, DEC is coordinating with the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency to monitor any potential impacts to New York State from the derailment. No human health impacts have been reported at this time. And according to the New York Times, on February 19th, the EPA tested the air inside of 533 homes close to the crash site and found no breaches of air quality standards in any of the homes. So the concern about toxins being airborne right now are low for both Ohio and surrounding regions. But I spoke with Falk College professor Dr. Aviva Vincent, who lives about an hour and a half away from East Palestine. She says the main concern right now is the fact that in the region, the environmental and health impacts from the toxins being released are still unknown on a greater scale. Take a listen.
So part of the challenge in terms of the depth of the issue is that the EPA and they've got, agencies are looking at parts per million, parts per billion. Is it safe? Yes or no? But have we actually been exposed to toxicity of this caliber for a prolonged period of time to say whether or not it's going to have an impact on physiological systems? No, we haven't.
The EPA announced today that the rail company Norfolk Southern is ordered to complete all of the cleanup actions involved with the derailment. And Dr. Vincent also says that because of the amount of toxins released, it could take years to really know what the long-term impacts are going to be in East Palestine.
Well, Adam joining us at the desk now. Thanks for being here. This is some really serious stuff. I mean, residents, like you said, they're getting headaches, vomiting, nausea. Do officials know that this is a direct correlation with the spill of toxins?
So that's the thing right now. After talking to Dr. Vincent, she said that it's up in the air really of whether the toxins from the derailment are causing people to still get sick. One thing that she compared it to was with COVID, with the symptoms from COVID. That could either be from just a regular illness or COVID. It's the same thing there. For some of the people that are getting sick, it could also be a correlation of stress. That's one of the things that she mentioned. So they don't know whether those effects from the toxins are actually getting people sick or if this is just people just being stressed out from the situation that they're living in right now.
Well, we know about the environmental and health impacts that obviously this train derailment has brought to the surface, but what else are people concerned about?
This is another point that Dr. Vincent made about the situation right now, that while there's obviously the environmental impacts that are happening, there's the health impacts happening, this is going to be an impact that it has greater effect on people in terms of where they're living, what they're going to be able to do with their jobs and stuff like that. Dr. Vincent also mentioned that she talked to somebody that lives about 15 minutes away from the crash site, and right now she doesn't know if she's going to be able to keep her kids in school because of some of the effects, that they're going to be able to keep their dogs outside because of the soil being infected with the toxins and stuff like that right now. So it's taking a greater scale on whether they're going to know if people are going to be able to live in the area so far. So in the long run, if people aren't going to be able to live there, that's putting a whole community out of place and out of their homes. And these are the questions that right now, because there's such a lack of information on how the toxins are affecting the community, and because they haven't dealt with this amount of toxins in an accident like this before, they really aren't going to have any answers to give people anytime soon.
Wow.
Well, Adam, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it.